Hello and welcome back to Career Launcher. As a part of our daily practice questions and exercises that we have been releasing, covering questions of various topics from the questions that have appeared in our mocks, I bring to you three questions based on number system that you can see in All India Open mock that just got recently concluded.
Question 54. A batsman played n plus 3 innings and got out on all occasions. Okay. His average score in these n plus 3 innings was 59 runs. So after n plus 3 innings, his total score is n plus 3 into 59. N plus 3 into 59. Because average is given, number of run innings is given. He scored 40 plus 32 plus 25 runs in the last three matches. 40 plus 32 plus 25. What does this add? 72 and 25, 97. So last three matches, he added 97 runs to his tally. He added 97 runs to his tally in the last three matches. The batsman scored less than 78 runs in each of the first n innings. In each of the first n innings, his score was less than 78. In these n innings, his average score was 75 runs and the lowest score was X. Okay. So after n innings, his average score was 75. After n innings, his average score was 75. So the total runs scored in the first n innings must be 75 n. After that, he played three more matches or three more innings in which he added 97 runs. That should be equal to the total score after n plus 3 matches, that is n plus 3 into 59. If we equate this, what we are going to get is 75n plus 97 is equal to 59n plus what is this? Now 59 into 3. Pathetic at calculations. I am 177. So 59 into 3, 177, 97 on this side. So we will get 16n is equal to 80, n is equal to 15, n is equal to 5. So the player initially n is equal to 5 matches. Initially he played 5 matches. Now he has played 8 matches after n plus 3. The question lies up to n matches only. In these n innings, his average score was 75 runs and the lowest possible score was X. His lowest score was X. And each of the n innings, he scored less than 78 runs. He scored less than 78 runs in each of the innings. He scored less than 78 runs in each of the innings. There are 5 innings that we want to account for. Innings 1, innings 2, innings 3, innings 4, innings 5. Right? If n is equal to 5, the total of all the scores that he has till now has to be 75 into 5, which is 375. The total of all the scores that he has till now, till the 5th match, is equal to 75. So that his average is 75. He scored less than 78 runs in each of the innings and the lowest score was X. So what we are going to do is we want to minimize one of the scores. If we want to minimize one of the scores, what we are going to do is we will maximize the remaining 4 scores. Let us say match 1, the maximum score he can score is less than 78, 77. Let us say match 2 also he scores 77. Let us say match 3 also he scores 77. Match 4 also he scores 77. And if I leave the last number to be X, the 5th match to be X, then because I have maximized the other 4 values, the 5th value automatically get minimized. So 77 plus 77 plus 77 plus 77 plus X should be equal to 375. 77 plus 77 plus 77 plus 77 plus X should be equal to 375. So what do we have here? 308 plus X is equal to 375. X must be equal to 67. So the smallest possible score in the first 5 innings could have been 67. So let's look at question 55. A function f is defined recursively. Okay, recursive function, repetitive function. So by f of 2, f of 1 is equal to f of 2 is equal to 1. F of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 1. And f of n is equal to f of n minus 1 minus f of n minus 2. Okay, so f of n is equal to the difference between the two previous functions. Difference between the two previous functions. For example, if I put n is equal to 3 over here, so I will get this. F of 3 should be equal to f of 2 minus f of 1. F of 3 should be equal to f of 2 minus f of 1. Similarly, I'll get f of 4 is equal to f of 3 minus f of 2. So in these kind of questions, you'll typically have to write a few functions, write up to some number n, right? Some small number n, and then try to find out if there are some patterns that are possible. If you once figure out that pattern, then you will be able to find the f of any number that is there. We want to find function of 2021. We want to find f of 2021. Let us start with f of 3. F of 3 we know, here I have written it, f of 3 must be equal to f of 2 minus f of 1. We already know f of 1 and f of 2 are 1. Let us in fact start with f of 1. F of 1 is given as 1. F of 2 is given as 1. F of 3 will be the difference between f of 2 and f of 1, which is equal to 0. F of 4 will be f of 3 minus f of 2. F of 4 will be f of 3 minus f of 2, which is 0 minus 1 minus 1. F of 5 should be equal to minus 1 minus 0, which is minus 1. F of 6 should be equal to f of 5 minus f of 4, which is minus 1 minus of minus 1, which is equal to 0. What is f of 7 going to be? F of 7 is going to be 0 minus of minus 1, which is going to be plus 1. F of 8 again is going to be 1. F of 9 by the same process is going to be 0. F of 10 is going to be minus 1. F of 11 is going to be minus 1. F of 12 is also going to be equal to 0. So what you can see is that this function repeats itself. The values thrown out by the function repeat itself in every 6 integers. It repeats itself in every 6 integers. It repeats itself in every 6 integers. So what we can see is 1 1 0 minus 1 minus 1 0, 1 1 0 minus 1 minus 1 0. So f of 13 is going to be, don't bother about it, it's going to be 1. F of 14 is going to be 1. F of 15 is going to be 0, and that is how it is going. So the question is asking what is f of 2021. See, this is a cycle, this is forming cycles of 6. So hamara dharm ye hai, our religion says that whenever there is a cycle of 6 or a cycle of k, we divide the number that is in contention by k. So what do we get? 2021 divided by 6. 2021 divided by 6. What is the remainder I am expecting out of this? 2021 divided by 6. So 2019 is divisible by 3. So here I am going to get the remainder as 5. Remainder as 5. So 2021 is going to be of the form 6k plus 5, because divided by 6 you're getting a remainder 5. 2021 is 6k plus 5. Just go back to your pattern and check any 6k plus 5, what is the value? F of 5 is minus 1, f of 11 minus 1, f of 17 is minus 1. Similarly, any 6k plus 5, any 6k plus 5, you are going to get the same answer. F of 2021 is going to be minus 1. This is how these kind of questions typically are questions that can be solved only by observing what is the pattern that is there. Let's look at question 56. The total number of positive integers n that satisfy the condition 4 power 100 less than n power 50 less than 124 power 124 n power 25. We want to find what is the number of positive integers n that satisfy this condition. See, one thing I have learned over my 28 years of existence in life is that you cannot compare apples with oranges. I've said it. You cannot compare apples with oranges. You can compare apples with apples or oranges with oranges. Look at the indices. Here the power is 100, here the power is 50, here the power is 25. How are you comparing this? How are you even comparing this? Unless and until the powers are equal. So what comes to my mind when I look at this kind of a question, say less than, equal to, so we are comparing something, right? एक चीज दूसरे चीज से कम है या ज्यादा है. To compare that, we at least need to bring their powers to 1 power, right? So let's bring them to 1 power. So we have 4 power 100 less than n power 50 less than 124n power 25. What is the common power between them? What is the common power between them? The common power between them is 25. Get the 25th root of these numbers. Find the 25th root of these numbers. So what do we get? 25th root of 4 power 100 less than 25th root of n power 50 less than 120 25th root of 124 n power whole power 25. So this 25 cancels, this leaves n square, this leaves 4 power 100 tha to 4 power 4. So what do we get here? We get 4 power 4 less than n square less than 124n. Now it is solvable. Now it is certainly solvable. Compare 4 power 4 less than n square. What do we get? 4 power 4 is 256. 256 is less than n square. We are only interested in positive integers. 256 is what? 16. 16 square. 16 square is less than n square. So n must be greater than 16 is what we have found from this. Compare the other two. N square less than 124n. So n must be less than 124. N greater than 16, n less than 124. How many numbers lie in between is the question. So 16 less than n less than 124. How many numbers lie in between 16 and 124? How many numbers lie in between 16 and 124? What is the difference? 108. 108 minus 1, there will be 107 such numbers.